what I want to just show you right now is restricting of your opponent to attack you, and how to deflect and maybe use your opponent, deflect the strength that your opponent want to use against you, and how you can twist, how you can turn that strength against your opponent right here. So with a little force, with a little strength in you. So some people say that when you want to act on Wing Chun, so or when you want to punch, block, so you always move forward, move anything you want to do, so you just move forward. So that is not the strength in Wing Chun. So right now, because you are going to be using a lot of strength in that, so right here, my opponent right here is just want to punch me, so let me use Tan Shao. So Tan Shao as an example on that. So like this, so like this. One thing about this is that if I want to push, if I push my the force out right here, so my opponent hand also still will not move. My opponent's strength will not move right here. But one thing about this is that I have already stimulated with the force that is right here. And one thing about that is that I will have to do it like this. Have you seen it? So the entire force, the force that my opponent want to use against me, I've already controlled it. That is redirecting. So the punch intend to come straight right like this. So I stop it right here. So now I redirect it. So my opponent will not be able to meet up with the force, because here has also I've already applied the force to hit me right here. So that is the point that is coming straight right here. So I just go like this, so that I will be able to go here. So I can get full control of my opponent right here. But if I use it like this, I want to do that. So like this, don't let your hand be powerful right here. So like this, the only thing I can use right here is that I use strength against strength right here. So, but for my strength to be more superior than my opponent's strength, I have to draw it like this, redirect it sideways like this. That is how Wing Chun works, so that I can be able to use this or use this. So that is that. But in some cases, you can stop your opponent. That is not redirecting. You just restrict the strength that your opponent want to use. Maybe you stop the hand where it is, like this punch. So like this, I stop my opponent right here. So let your point be strong like this. So as you can see, so once I use this, I can go right here. So, but if I want to get full control of my opponent, so I have to redirect right here. So that I will use a little force, I will use a little strength. So I will not get tired on that. So that is how it works. Just go like this and punch your opponent right here. And your opponent use the second hand, use the second. So like this, I redirect it to this side, punch him right here. So like this, and my opponent use the second hand like this. So like this, I use it like this, punch here. So that is how it works on opponent. So I just use it or punch him right here. So that is how it works. So everything is you just let your power, a little power that you want to use against your opponent, let it be more superior by redirecting. Stimulate redirecting. That is how it works on opponent. And one thing about boom shao also, that is what boom shao also do, the work of that on boom shao, because you can restrict your opponent punch right here. So and you go forth right here. So this is how, and you can also redirect the force and use it like this. So like this, I want to use boom shao. Use the punch right here. So like this, so I go here. So that is how it works. Just don't go like this. So that is that about that. I go here. Sorry, I go here. So sorry. So now, first of all, I just restrict my opponent's force right here. So like this. So watch my boom shao right here. So I've already bridged this hand right here, but bridging of this hand is from here, but I redirect it here. So that is how that is when I can get full control of my opponent. I step forth to give him what he deserves. So that is how it works. But if I just want to restrict my opponent's hand right here, you punch, so like this, so I go here. So I just restrict this first. And if my opponent still press forward right here, I will be able, I will be feeling a little pain. I will be feeling a little pain right here because I use straight against straight right here. But I just use the privilege of this place, that this place is maybe is open right here. So I go here with sticky fingers, or I punch him right here. But if I want to get full control of my opponent right here, I can use this. So use this on him, clean sweep him right here. So that is how it works. So just go with this like this. So clean sweep. Sorry, clean sweep your opponent right here. That is that about that. So you just go with that, and a little thing, and the same thing works with fork shout. So fork shout, so you don't, when you want to block fork shout like this, so you go like this, you draw your opponent hand right here, so like this punch, so like this you draw your opponent hand, so you don't go, so because you just draw a little bit, draw your opponent, you a little bit draw him down, so that you can follow your opponent right here, so like this. So that is how it works on opponent. So that is what you have to get notice of. So when you are using Wing Chun, so, and you will let your point, let everything that you are using against your opponent be dynamic and work perfectly on your opponent. Even you can get rest of mind on what you want to use. So, and you get a lot of, you are going to be able to be confident on what you want to use on your opponent. So that is how it works on opponent. So Wing Chun is not just a style that you just use anyhow, but you have to first of all follow the principle and the techniques and how it works on opponent. So you punch. So when you want to, so, and one thing about this hard bridge, if you want to breach your opponent, so you have to be fast, because when you stop your, like you pack your opponent right here, pack, so you a little pack right here, so you just pack right here, so you don't use a lot of force on that, so you pack your opponent right here, so like this. But if I want to get full control of my opponent, if I want to, so I pack right here like this, so like this, so if you watch it, so that my opponent will not be able to use this hand right here. So that is how I work on it, like this. So I go like this. So that is how it works. That is pack sharp. So you use this so that you get full control of your opponent. So your opponent will not be able to meet up with that. So you close the distance and you turn him very well on that. So that is that about that. When your opponent decide to punch you, so maybe you want to use the opportunity to punch on you, so you just get rid of him with that. But like this, you just a little bit like this, so you have to be faster on that. You just look like this. Have you watched that? So it's quite different from this. I get full control of my opponent right here, or I go like this. So you can see that it's quite different. So, and once I apply this, so my opponent punch, you block this, so you can also use this hand to use, you can also use that hand right here to punch me. So once I go right here and my opponent punch again, use the second hand, so like this, so you'll be able to use that. And I push forward, I punch him and go forward right here, so punch him, I go forward right here, and he also plans to use it again on me, so like this, back sharp. So I will be using that. So the move will be like, will be like this, so like this. So that is how it will look like. But if I want to get full, if I want to get rid of him on that single move, So I will have to change my position. So from left, from right to left. So that is how it's going to look like this. So like this. So that is how it works. And I punch him right here. So you go like this. So the punch will be heavy on him, and he will not be able to punch me right here. So punch me right here. So like this. That is how it's going to look like when I apply the punch, because I've close to him with the distance with my and my our leg have clashed like that. So that is that about that. Follow me for more videos, and if you are not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, do now, so that you can learn more tactics with my on my Wing Chun training. And comment below. So, and if you want to join my online training, just don't hesitate to message me on my WhatsApp number that will be scrolling below this video. Thank you.